Hi, and today I am going to be swatching out the 120 premium soft touch color pencils by Castle Arts. The only reason I have these is because they were half price, because I normally would not get them, or a set, whole 120 set, because like I've said in other videos, don't buy sets, because you never use all the colors. But I'm gonna use these for anything really, coloring books, coloring whatever, and I thought, what the hell, for, I don't know how much this was, half off 56 quid, so it's 33 roughly quid, something like that. But so yeah, and I like the other pencils I got from, are they top end brand? No. Are they working for what I'm gonna work for? Yes, they are. And so yeah, so we have opened this, and there's a, I don't know if I can move, I'm gonna have to move this so you can see what I'm doing, but there's a color swatch here. So really, you don't have to swatch it out. Yeah, you could, yeah, sort of, kind of, yeah. But, so back over here, so yeah, there's a swatch there. But if you've new pencils, I do recommend at least you swatch them yourself. So what do you got in here? We have a Castle Club. Ooh, we got stuff online and stuff. We got like tutorials and stuff like that. Color and product guide. Now, even though this will have all the colors in it, even in the ones not in this set, I don't think. Yeah, pastel. They've got a pastel set I really want, but it's like 40 quid I think at the moment, and I was like, get this or the pastel set, and I'm like, I'll get this because I really like the pastel set too, because I like them. They're pretty, and because I've also got one of these. I don't know if you can see that. These are harmonious. They're nice. They're pretty. And then I have one of these sets, which some of the colors are probably in this bigger set here, but that's fine, So because this was, I bought this years ago. I don't know how long ago, 3 years, probably more than that. Who knows? But this one is pretty too. I didn't swatch this on camera. I should have, but I didn't. I swatched it off camera, and if I pop this open, my nails are gonna fall off. But I'm sick of freaking. Anyway, can you hear what I'm saying? Maybe. But these are pretty too, and I'm doing something with these, so you'll see them again in the future. But so what do you got? We have a colored pencil tutorial. So if you haven't done any colored pencils before, it'll show you how to do it. Now, if you've used colored pencils, it's pointless. Well, it's not pointless. I mean, 8 tutorials. It's got like all the basics in it. Enjoy colored pencils. Enjoy your colored pencils. Getting to the point, sharpening stuff. Now, I'm using this at the moment to sharpen them, which, I think I broke actually. It actually got chucked out of one of my bags in the car, so it doesn't actually do them any different lengths and stuff. It just does normal lengths. Normally it would do like different points and stuff, but it doesn't now. So, I can get a new one, but it's like 7 quid or whatever like that. And I don't need another one when I have that electrical one. And so it's like, sharpened and stuff. But some people use a knife. I don't, because, well, one, I have a bleeding sword. I don't feel like cutting myself in the MS. I don't keep them on my fingers. So, but then it's got, how to hold your pencils. I hold my pencils lightly. We know this. But that's okay. Surfaces are important. That's an important thing. And then, hey, look, the color wheel. Like I said before, very important to do. You can do a very, fancy one like that. Or you can just do a basic one, like, I did 3 videos ago. But either way, it's good to do, because then you know how colors blend and all that stuff with colored pencils, because that's the most important thing. Colored pencils. And then we have getting to know light, blah, blah, blah. Which, yeah, okay, it's good to know that, but maybe that's a bit more, it's not advanced. But, start with the basics first and then go from that. You need to know where light comes from. And then, you look a hot dog, Has they used solvent on that? It doesn't look like it. But yeah, so I mean, all the blending mediums you can get. I do plan on getting some, is it Zest It? I think it's Zest It. So you can see what that looked like. But yeah, oil, I don't recommend using oil. I mean, like actual, like baby oil and stuff like that. You can use it, it does blend. But it can leave, yeah, see? It'll break it down. It will break it down, it'll blend things. You still need a lot of layers for it to work. But it can leave marks on the paper. So, that's the only problem with it. And then we have more textures and stuff, and what else? We have techniques and stuff. So I think this is one of these is in every box that you get from them. I don't really know. Probably 5 easy steps. Good tutorial. So it's a simplified version of what's in the book. Actually, now I'm curious, because I can't remember actually what came in this. And I need a, whoops. It's a letter opener, but hey, can you see that? I've had this for years. And I'm using it to open it because I don't want to break my nails. Yes, I'm not a girly girl. I really am not. I'm not into like shoes and stuff. But I have lots of bags for that. And this one you can kind of see what's on the back of that. Maybe not. And there's like there you can in the camera there. These aren't like high end. They're not like luminous and stuff like that. But I only have, I think I counted 12, 14 luminous pencils. And I would love a set, but they're so expensive. And yeah, okay, I just spent, but I just can't justify spending that much money when I'm not selling it and I'm not doing anything with it, and I'm gonna do this and my nail's gonna break off, and that's okay. There we go. Does this come with a book? I think it did have a book in it, but I think I moved it. I think it's in my sketchbook now? I think. It's in one of my sketchbooks, I think. Either way. So, what else we got in here? We have to protect the pencils. Now, you could actually use this to protect your paper, too. Like, you're working on paper. So, you know, put over so your hand doesn't drag on the paper. Because if you're using something, put something under your hand. Or wear one, clean one of these gloves for, like, digital drawing. That'll work, too. Just make sure it's clean. Because if it's got any marks on it, it'll defeat the purpose. And wash it occasionally if you're gonna use it for this, because it'll work the same. Because you'll get it's not as bad as using paint, but it does the same. You still get pencil marks on your hand. What else we got? We have this color sheet. That's what I'm coloring today. Now this isn't in order because I dropped this row, so it's all over the place. So it's not going to be in order, which just kind of sucks. But so yeah, we are going to start coloring this now that I've rambled enough. I'm going to have to move all this stuff because it's in no freaking way. And where are you going to go? It can go. I don't freaking know. It can go on the floor. There we go. So we move the camera. And this is definitely not going to be in color. And is it going to focus? I have no idea. We will see. And so we will start here, which is 73 in Naples yellow light, which will not be in order, like I said, but it's yellow, so we will go and grab a yellow. Then, actually, you know what? We'll just grab these. So this is 1. And it says it's 11 yellow light. No, I'm not going to do this. Talk about all these pencils. I'd be here for fucking forever. They're really good. Well, yeah, YouTube has done some changing. And the reason I know because swearing. They've changed swearing. You can swear within the first 7 seconds. Not that it fucking matters to me because I swear anyway. So, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm really not. Hey, you know, great. If I ever did, great. Would I be different? Don't think so because I am who I am, you know? And, I am just going to, swear on camera. And I'm gonna put on a light here because all you're seeing is shadows. I'll be back. Where is that light? Light. So I went and got light. Whether it'll stay on or not, I don't know. It was dead, so I've got it plugged into a plug. Yeah. So it might just turn off whenever it freaking feels like. I don't know. So if it turns off and it's dark, well then, hey. So anyway, so back to this. Like I said, I'm not gonna. Oh, the other main reason I'm doing this is to see if the colors that are actually in the lead. It's not lead. Another long story. I can maybe get into that too. Okay, whatever's in the core of the pencil, we'll say, is gonna match the end. Now, I never usually go by the ends anyway because they're usually wrong, no matter what you do. The luminous ones are pretty close. They're not, you know, the colors of the barrels on Prismas, it's never gonna be 100% because of printing and colors and stuff like that, but always check. Right, so, now, the other ones, the harmonious sets, are pretty close, actually, oddly enough. I've done them, but so whether or not I'll be able to do this properly because I'm left-handed. I'm right-handed, actually, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. Let's go over here. You know what? I need to move the camera. We will do this. And we will just move that. Can you see what I'm doing so? Let's see. I can't see on the TV. Or sorry, TV. To the screen. You can't see. And it's probably making people ill. Okay, where is my pencil? Right there. And of course, there's a freaking... There we go. There. You might be able to see that better. Maybe. Yes. I'm not a YouTuber. Well... Technically, I guess I post on YouTube, so I'm a YouTuber. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm an artist, not a freaking video thing and stuff. You know, so yeah. So yeah. We are going to see. Now, did I already say these are shiny? I like them, they're shiny. That's paint, don't ask. I'm doing something else. But I have lots of things to do. So we will go like this, and you might not be able to see the yellows because they're yellow. Yes, I am pressing hard. Normally, I say, do not press hard because that defeats the purpose of colored pencils, but with a a swatch sheet, it doesn't matter because what you want is actually the true color, not the whole, you know, not color. And this is light's gonna move every time I go and get these pencils, but that's okay. Maybe that'll be better where I just moved it, and I can't get that thing out. Okay, so I'm gonna do this row, and I'll be back. So I will speed this up and put some music, and you can dance around and jig and whatever, or just hit the chapter button and skip forward. So what color we got? This is 2. Okay, so there's 9 colors done out of 120. Oh god, it's gonna take forever. Now, yeah, okay, I'm not a scribble in the box kind of gal, usually. Well, okay, coloring books are different, but, you know, when I'm doing this, I have no patience for swatch sheets. Another reason I tend not to do them, well, I do them, but I don't really do them, because mine are messy as hell, and because I'm like, it gets a job done. That's all I really care about. Yeah, I put these in the wrong box, so my bad. But anyway, so the whole point of this was to see if the ends matched, so we'll just do a few. So, and now, I'll say this, so when you press this hard, you can't control. It's harder to control the pencils. So when you have press later, it's easier to control the pencils. So, and I just put that out of focus, but that's okay. So we have the mulberry, which is my favorite color, one of my favorite colors to shade in, actually. So it's purplish, bluish. It's really good for like shadows. See, it's more blue. You probably can't see that on camera. It probably looks the same, but it's darker on the camera, at least. Yeah, try to look at the screen. So it's more purple here rather than the blue here. Now, these are soft. Now, see, whether is it soft because the core is soft, or is it soft because this is soft, even though it just feels like wood? I'm assuming it's because the core is soft. But hey, you know, you don't never assume anything because it makes an ass out of you and me and all that crap. Right, so far, that doesn't. So, I never go by that. I usually go by what looks on the end of the core anyway, rather than what's on the end here, because paint is gonna, you know, whether it's painted, printed on, whatever, it's gonna look different, completely different compared to what it looks like if anybody prints anything, graphics, right? Otherwise, you know. So this is we'll do a light and we'll do a red, and then we'll just continue swatching because, you know, this is gonna take freaking forever, and I will fast forward through it all. I'm not gonna freaking primrose yellow. So this is 2, which would be that one, and this is lighter once again. So how am I gonna say this? That this will be darker than, I said this is lighter than that one's darker. But yeah, so that's more yellow than, this is more like a cream color rather than like a yellow. And this one is a red. It's red is just scarlet red, which will be this one, which this is more red. This is more like got pink in it. They're both warm. It's just it's got more pink in it than this, where I would say that's more like not quite a true red, but closer to like a true red rather than that, which is like a red but a bit of pink in it, which would be like if you put peach in that to like peach into this, it'd probably get that, you know. Another good reason to do a color wheel, because you'll see what doing colors will go with, what colors will change things. What else we have here? This is a orange. Is it just orange lake? Ooh, fancy title. No, this is more brown than that. That's an actual orange. That's what I would, you know, an orange. That's got more brown in it. So that doesn't count either, and we'll do one more because I know I said that last time. So which one's this? This is spice red. Woo. So, this one. It's more brown. That's more like a maroon, kind of. We'll say that's more like a maroon. Yeah, we'll say that's more like a maroon. More than like a really dark maroon. But hey, so yeah. Now I am gonna go and swatch a bunch more, and I just keep moving this camera, keeps getting in the way. But that's okay, because the camera's actually like 2 inches from my hand. I need a better setup. Well, actually, this is the dining table, because my desk is covered in crap at the moment. Well, it's just easier down here anyway, because the towel's up there, and then like the 22 gallon, you know, it's easier to work on here. Grenadine light. Well, yeah, I guess, because grenadine's like the, you know, stuff you put in drinks and stuff. It's like red you put in like Shirley Temples and stuff, or anything really. 33. So yeah, I said, I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say for once. Shock upon shock. I really have nothing to say. But yeah, I do have, so my next thing will be an eye. Probably a big cat. I was gonna do a human. I haven't decided 100% whether I will do a human or a big cat. I'm working on a big cat, so I might do that instead. So I'm not really sure. Maybe? Don't really know. And yeah, there's a door. But yeah, so yeah, I will come back, and I will, when I'm done swatching all these, I will come back. So I guess I lied. I didn't film me swatching up this whole thing because I got really frustrated, as you can tell, because I started out filling them in really hard, and I was like, screw it, I got bored. This is why I don't tend to swatch things, because I get bored. ADHD? Yeah, partly. Also, because it's, yeah, I find it boring to watch stuff myself personally. Some people like doing it, you know, and I do recommend doing it if, you know, want to see how colors look. But I also had to stop because my hand went numb because I was pressing really hard, and it's not even just the MS, my hand just kind of cramped up. So yeah, it's like the next day, you can tell it's my house or never does. So, but I thought, hey, I know what I can do quick. I can see what this looks like on blue. Or blue. This is black, not blue. Duh. So, because there's a blue pencil in front of me. So I just put white down. And that's more like a gray. This is a white pencil. This is the Crayola white. Now, I don't have any other white pencils at the moment, or I would use that, but I don't. So, I know, what would be probably the best, the luminous ones maybe? No, I don't know actually what would be the... Color Soft's actually white's really good in the Color Soft, but I don't use white a lot, except if I'm using color paper and I need some, but anyway, so, okay, we'll see what this looks like, and I'll use, what color am I? We'll use this blue. This is a light blue, so this is, what number is this? This is a, what number is this? This is Cerulean Blue Middle, which is number, I don't know what number this is, you probably can see that, so it's 99, probably can you see that, maybe? I don't know, so, let's look at the blues. It is this color, this blue here, that blue there. It kind of matches my nails, but so we'll see what this looks like on the blue, or on the black by itself. So yeah, so obviously, and depending on the color of paper, it's going to change the color. So once again, knowing your color theory or how colors react to each other will help, because this will change the color. Obviously, if this is like, say, a red, it might go purple. So we go over the white, and it's kind of, we kind of can't see that, but putting it over white helps a bit, but it mutes it a little bit. It makes it kind of waxy, which I don't like. But, so yeah, it goes over better over the Crayola than the actual Dazzle thing, which is odd, you would think there. But anyway, so yeah, you think it would go better over that, then I said, they mix okay, they do mix. They mix quite well. So let's go with the red. What red is this? This is red. It's a red. It's a scarlet red. So we go with the reds, then crimson, scarlet, that one here. So this red here, which is kind of like pinkish red, kind of, I guess. So, and yeah, it's really hard to see on black paper. Can you kind of see that? Maybe, I don't know, I can't see the screen. Let's see where it's there. So we'll go bring it up here. So there. So if you put it next to, so we'll put it next to here. So again, on white paper, it's that, and then on the dark, it's that. Can you see that better? Maybe, hopefully. I'm looking at the thing, so you can kind of see they're a little different. So if we have to go by the white, which is there, it shows up a little better. Obviously, because it's got a bit of a base to it. This white, it's a layer. So we'll do one more color. Let's pick a green. What green is this? This is sap green. Perfect. What I do like about this, they do have a lot of greens. Now, green is my favorite color. It's really hard to find greens I like. I actually like quite a lot of greens. But so we go. This is sap green. This is it here, and this one here. Move it closer to the camera. No, go this way. Yes, it's the opposite. No, it's not this one. So we'll go here and turn the pencil over. It's not gonna work the other way. But yeah, see, the ends don't match up. And they never do. Barely do. Yeah, so that's more of a sap green. And if we go over the white again, and so yeah. So obviously, just wait. If you, but whatever color you're gonna use most, do swatches on that. Now, I hate Stonehenge paper. I hate it for colored pencils. Like, I like it for printmaking, which is kind of what it's for anyway. But I really like black Stonehenge paper, but I don't have any, oddly enough. This is from like a Scholar box. This is just random stuff. I don't even have the thing with me at the moment. Let me show you lights like it. See, it's just one of the ones you get in like a Scholar box and stuff. I got, is this one of the ones I've won, or this was one I bought? I can't remember. But yeah. So that's what that's from. So that's what this. I was gonna do a shading, like a layering thing, but I'll do that for next video. But yeah, so I would have just done Smogus. So you would have seen a bunch of 3D dragons. I'm gonna color a couple 3D dragons, like, but not 3D dragons. I'm gonna actually redraw a few dragons I drew years ago. Got like, because I really like one of the ideas. I'm gonna redraw it so you can. I drew this one years ago, like years ago. So that's what I'm planning for that colored pencils thing. So, well, the last month has been pretty much 3D stuff. I am going to do colored pencil stuff for a bit, and I'm going to probably switch in some printmaking stuff at the same time. And this is the thing, I don't have like one art thing I do. I've done all kinds of stuff. The only thing I haven't done art-wise is, I did woodworking. It's not, well, it can be art. I'm trying to think of woodworking. There's a couple printmaking things I haven't done, like lithography I haven't done. I think that's what it's called. But I've done a lot of stuff. I've done batik, or whatever that's pronounced. Heard that pronounced something like, trying to think, macrame, which is pretty much what these are, but just on like smaller scale. Or macrame, I've heard that. I'm not sure which one's right or not. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both different ways. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so I have plans, like I said a couple videos ago, or like a month ago, I should say, that I have plans And whether I keep up with them, who the hell knows? Maybe. We'll wait and see. So yeah, I don't have a set schedule because it's whenever I get around to filming things. Except for like when there's like a monthly thing like small guests and stuff, and or what's after August, September, what's September? Actually, I don't know if there's a thing for September. I'm not sure. You got October, you got Inktober. Am I gonna do Inktober? Don't know yet. Maybe. I might do it. I've got ink, I can try that. I've got colored inks. Maybe. But I'll be back. So whenever I film the next video, which actually know what I am working on a leopard, which I mentioned a month ago, rough sort of, and that will be done with either these or different colors. I'm not sure. I haven't 100% figured out what color scheme I'm going with that. Whether I'm gonna do it like the normal colors or whether I'll do it like, you know, odd kind of like pop art colors. I haven't decided yet, but that's the plan for that. So yeah, so this is one of many colored pencil videos because, like I said, that's one of the things I know best. That and etching, which I will eventually get around to doing, I promise. And, well, just for a video, because now that I figured out how to film it without a huge glare on the screen. But yeah, and I'm not using any like acid etching and stuff like that because one, I don't have it set up for that. I've done that in high school years ago, like, ooh, it would have been 17, 18? So that's, I don't know, 20 something years ago? Ouch! No, not quite 2015? No. We weren't 20 because I was married 20. I did it before I was married, so 25 years? No. 25, 30 years ago. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Anyway, so enough of me rambling. And like, share, subscribe, all that crap we have supposed to say with YouTubers, and leave a comment if you want. It's always nice when people do, even if it's hi. So yeah, hi. You know, hi. And I'll be back whenever I film the next one. Okay, bye.